Each year, food writers from the New York Times survey the country to find America's best restaurants. This year's list spans 28 states and the District of Columbia, everything from a 11-teen restaurant in Chattanooga, Tennessee, to an all-day West African cafe in Houston. For tonight's interview, we discussed the 50 best restaurants in America with Brian Gallagher, the New York Times senior food editor. Brian, thanks a lot for being with us. How do you put together this list?
Well, it's quite an effort. There's 14 of us all told this year who worked on it, editors and reporters. We decide where we want to actually visit and eat in real life. And then we travel all spring and the first part of the summer to places all over the country and eat way more than any one person should.
And what does it mean, Brian, before we get to some of the specific examples, to be good? There is an industry view among some people that a restaurant really doesn't hit its stride till it's 1 to 3 years, or, it's been around for a while. Are there any contextual ways that you think about food and restaurant that affect the list?
Obviously, delicious food and mastery of craft are table stakes. Every one of these places has that. And a lot of other places have that too. But we also look for, hospitality is extremely important, the feeling of the restaurant, but a unique point of view. Is the restaurant doing something that's like special to itself? And is it doing it really well? Is it realizing that vision? And of course, we have a variety of geography, of course, but price points and cuisine. A lot of people would say the 50 best restaurants in the United States would have to all be fine dining.
Right.
That's not the way we think of best at all. We think of it's a lot more representative of what's going on in the country in a given year.
On that idea of hospitality and feel, there's the old cliche, you can't eat atmosphere, but it seems in a way you're saying, actually you can. Is it possible to put a percent? Yeah.
Yeah, you can't eat it, but I would argue that's probably a big reason many people love the restaurants they love is the atmosphere as much as the food. Speaking of old sayings, people remember how you make them feel. And I think when they're spending their money to be with their friends and share a meal, that's even more true.
We've got about a minute left. Run me through just a few that stand out and briefly why they do.
Yeah, absolutely. Carino, a Mexican tasting menu place in Chicago, was my favorite meal of the year. Just incredible mastery of taste, not afraid of spice for a chefy fine dining place. Kabawa, a Caribbean and West African place in the East Village in New York. Incredible handling of flavors, a lot of fun. Speaking of hospitality, really loving atmosphere. I particularly like KC Turkey Leg Man as a pick. It's a whole They really specialize in exactly that, smoked turkey legs in Kansas City, Kansas, and a really cool story. Started as a food truck. Can't forget Baby Bistro in Los Angeles, which is our critic Tejal Rao's favorite. Lovely 6 items on the menu at any given time in a little bungalow house, just really make you feel welcome and part of the city of LA, and in a good way. And Mezcaleria Alma in Denver. Denver has an amazing Mexican food scene right now. And Johnny Curiel, who's the chef at this restaurant, he has a Michelin star for his other place. I think is the best Mexican chef in Denver and really worth it.
Brian Gallagher, the New York Times senior food editor. That was really great. Thank you so much, Brian.
Thanks for having me.
My Reporter's Notebook is next.